Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Fatin Najiha binti Zulkafli and my metric number is A19A0148 and I represent group of 11. So, the movie we chose that related to social entrepreneur is The Pursuit of Happiness. The Pursuit of Happiness is a true story based on the life of entrepreneur Chris Gardner's nearly 1 year struggle of being homeless with his son. Chris Gardner overcame unbelievable circumstances to achieve his dreams, evicted from the mainstreams and bounced from shelter to shelter. Chris' whole firm to his dignity, resolve, faith, love, and independence. His optimism sweeps through the film like a searchlight scattering clouds and dark to the wind. That passion and sacrifice is something that every entrepreneur should be willing to embrace. It was an amazing film, the true story of a sailor and his efforts to get his son ahead against all odds and obstacles. This movie is directed by Gabriel Musino and based on Chris Gardner's life. The Pursuit of Happiness is the story based off a real-life single father and his journey from living on the streets to owning his own brokerage firm. The movie is not only thought-provoking rags to riches story but also one which shows some harsh realities of life and how the single struggling San Francisco salesman managed to sustain the expenses of himself and his son played by Jaden Smith in the increasingly unstable economic climate and his American dream. Chris Gardner worked as an unpaid intern at Dan Witter Reynolds, who he impressed by solving a Rubik's Cube during a shared taxi ride. So there is 5 social entrepreneur lessons to take away from this movie. The first one is if you want something, work towards achieving it. While Chris is still working as a medical salesman, his brief encounter with a man from the financial services industry driving a Ferrari makes him want to walk out of a desk at a fancy office and own a nice car. From that moment, he holds on to that vision and works towards it no matter how hard the situation becomes. It obviously won't be easy, but eventually you will reach your destination. The second one is have the courage to have high aspirations. In the movie, Chris Gardner aspires to get the job of a stockbroker while he is still struggling as a salesperson selling bone density scanners. Too high aspirations for someone who is struggling at the initial stages itself? Well, that's the lesson to learn. It may sound too easy to say than do, but that's the way it is. Don't be scared to go against the stakes. Don't be scared to take risks and set high aspirations for yourself, your startup, and also your team. The third one is never show your weaknesses. In the movie Pursuit of Happiness, Chris Gardner is her homeless, literally live in public bedrooms and train stations, and he is also responsible for his son which is 6 years old. He never shows these weaknesses while at the firm. He is always smartly dressed and polite and carries himself in such a way that no one would ever think he is a homeless. The fourth is we can see from this movie the current economic status will not determine your future. It surely may have an impact on your savings and present scenarios, but the current economic status prevailing in the country or world is not going to bring in such situations that will force one to alter their goals and future course of actions. So, don't allow such trivial situations to affect long-term planning. The only thing constant in the world is change, and learn to keep up and be adaptable to the changes. You got a dream, you gotta protect it. People who can't do something themselves will tell you that you can do it. The fifth is when the going get tough, the tough get going. Doesn't this praise relate really well to the real struggling life of a budding entrepreneur? A journey of starting something new and different is never going to be a cakewalk. It is going to be a garden of roses full of thorns. So the first lesson can learn from Chris Gardner in the movie is to never give up. However tough the situation may be, keep trying. You never know when you will just hit the right key. The last one is don't let others' opinion become hindrances in your journey. Chris Gardner's partner thinks that his idea of entering the stockbroking field is too high aim and absurd. Did it affect Chris goes? No. Do the same while you are moving ahead on your journey of success. Listen to other people but do not let it affect or influence your actions and decisions. People on your way will give you lots of advices, tips, and share their experiences, which might make you rethink for a brief moment. But if you really want something, clear all two stages and go get what you want. By the end of the movie, you will not only left amazed by the way he deals with life and left in tears, but also have some great takeaways from the life story. Finally, he sold his creation and get millions of dollars and become wealthy. That's all from us. Thank you.